Aloha and Tashi Delay from Kwai Tibetan Buddhist Dharma Center. Kagyu Tupten Choling is our name. Kagyu is the lineage. Tupten means Buddha's doctrine. Choling means offering plate. Here on the island of Kwai and Kapa'a, I'm Lama Tashi. We present this class every week from 6 to 8 o'clock, and it is done Zoom and recorded on our website, kwaidharma.org. When doing Tibetan Buddhist practice, the whole purpose of the practice is mind training. And when we say mind training, we're talking about moving the tendencies that we are born with from previous lives away from harmful activity or from what we call the drama world into the other nature of our consciousness, which is innate, which doesn't need to do that, which doesn't do that. So this transition is the Dharma. When we do these practices, they are on 3 levels. The basis is, first of all, the body, then the communication is through the speech, and the mind is the boss. So the mind, when disciplined, then the speech and the body follow. Then as you grow and develop with the Dharma, then you start to evolve into higher states of awareness. The term for that is higher consciousness. And this higher state of consciousness is simply based on the discipline of whatever practice you are performing. No practice, no evolution. Tonight we're going to start with the altruistic motivation that is unique to Tibetan Buddhist practice. And I'll chant it first in Tibetan. And whenever we do these Sanskrit terms in any of the practice and the mantras, it's to communicate this to the spirit world that we are inviting them to join us in this practice. Also, the Sanskrit language is based on resonance, and everything in the universe arises as a form of sound or resonance, and its energy is light. And that's our true nature, those two. So first of all, the altruistic motivation, which goes like this. In order to attain enlightenment for ourselves and limitless sentient beings, our mothers, we now all together take refuge and do the yoga practice of prostration, of offering prostrations. In Sanskrit, I'll chant it. Dagdang Jowa Namke Tadang Yampe Semchen Tamche Dudi Ne Jungte Chi Si Jiangchu Ningpo Lachi Pibardu. And that simply put is we do all of these practices to bring others to realize their natural mind, their true nature, to evolve into the state of bodhisattvas, and from the practice of the bodhisattva training, evolve into what is called Buddhahood. There's nothing more in the human condition to attain as this state of maturity. Then we take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, which is all Buddhist traditions follow to that. But in Tantric Buddhism, we also take refuge in the Lama and the symbols of the peaceful deities, protectors, and Dakini. So I'll chant that in Sanskrit. We do this one together, and for formal practice, it's good to do this prayer 3 times, either in Tibetan Sanskrit or Canadian. Alden Lama Dampa Nampa Chapsu Yo Yedam Chokorgi Lakso Namla Chapsu Yo Sanjay Chom Dende Namla Chapsu Yo Dampe Chur Namla Chapsu Yo Pao Pe Gendu Nam La Chap Su Chio Pao Wo Gandro Cho Kyung So Me Sho Yeshe Ki Shen Dong Dempa Nam La Chap Su Chio. In English, we go for refuge to all the glorious Holy Lama. We go for refuge to all the idams, the deities gathered in our mandala practice. We go for refuge to all the Buddhas, those who have conquered the mind and gone beyond. We go for refuge to all this supreme Dharma. We go for refuge to all the noble Sangha, and we go for refuge to all the Dakas and Dakinis, who are the protectors and defenders of Dharma. All of these possessing the eye of transcending awareness. And the second prayer in taking refuge is the Bodhisattva training prayer, which goes like this. Sanjay Chodam Choki Chodnam La Jangshu Bardu Dagni Chapsu Chi Dagi Jenso Jipe Sonam Pi Chola Panjur Sanjay Jupar Sho. To the Buddha, the Dharma, and this Supreme Assembly, we go for refuge until enlightenment. May I, through merit gained from practicing the 6 Bodhisattva disciplines, called the 6 perfections, accomplish Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings, our mothers. So this prayer is also chanted in Sanskrit or English 3 times at the start of formal practice. In developing the good health program of Tibetan Buddhism, which is what it is, we are using the body, speech, and mind to increase the good health of these 3, plus our wisdom nature, which is innate. So the mind has 2 natures or 2 truths. The relative truth, everybody's aware of that. That's what we call samsara, or the drama world. The defect, of course, is it causes pain and suffering. Then the other nature of mind is called the absolute truth of this reality, this body, this world, this consciousness that we find ourselves in. And this ultimate truth simply lacks no judgment. When judgment is removed, then there's no thought process attaching to emotional constructs. When these conflicting emotions are subdued, completely subdued, then the energy of them is transformed into higher and higher states of awareness or intelligence. And there's no ceiling to that. We don't have a place we're going with that. We don't have a goal. We're not religious as religious definition. It's simply, as I said before, a good health program. The 2 things that are really important is using the breath in meditation practice. Why? First of all, it keeps you alive. And second of all, it connects you to the energy program of the universe itself, which is the 5 elements. These 5 elements create everything in the universe. Your mother created you out of 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, and space. In Tibetan Buddhism, these 5 elements are part of what we call the yidams practice. But also they're the basic energy of everything that's useful in your body, what you eat, what you drink, what you see, what you think, and so forth. Your relationships, everything. Now, my teacher, Namkai, Lama Namkai Norbu, who just by saying his name, he is present because he passed on a few years ago. He gives teachings on these 5 elements as what they call wisdom Dakini energy. Dakini means powerful mother, powerful woman. And so he gave three aspects of connecting to that energy of the 5 elements as the mother principle in mantric form, or what we call tantric form. And he did this because he said the sounds activate everything. Everything vibrates. And this sound vibration has 3 levels. The wisdom level, which is called secret. The mental level, which is called the level of application. And the physical level, which is our human form. So he says, to activate these with the sound in Tantric Buddhism, the first one is to use the seed syllable mom as connecting to the water element, which is the nature of our body and the nature of Mother Earth. She's called the water planet. And I'm giving you the sound to just activate this in the ultimate nature of your mind, your natural mind. And it translates this like this. Om. Everything starts with Om. That's the energy of light. Mom. That's the energy of the water. Ho, Shude, Shude. So that simple mantra translation activates that energy program in your mental continuum. The next one is Yam. Yam is the sound of the energy of the air, as prana. Prana means sustaining life force. And that mantra is Yam Ho Shude Shude. The next one is the fire or radiance energy. And this is your warmth. This is your sustainment of, for instance, the solar system by the sun and other forms of radiant energy. And the seed syllable is Vam or Bam. Vam in Sanskrit and Bam in Tibetan. So it goes Bam Ho Shudo Shude Shude. Shude Shude means into the essence or voidness nature. And finally, the 5th seed syllable is Lam for earth. And the mantric sound for that, which applies to our body, the planet we live on, and all of the planets and solar systems in the galaxy. Lam Ho Shude Shude. And then he finishes this with Mam Yang Ram Lam Kam. Shude Shude Svaha or Soha. So this mantra altogether goes like this. Om Mam E Ho Shude Shude. O Yam Ho Shude Shude. Om Bam Ho Shude Shude. Om Lam Ho Shude Shude. Then it finishes A Yam Ram Lam Bam Kam Shude Shudanaye Soha. And this is a mantra transmission called a lung, the sound of the compassion, power, and insight of your own true nature applied to your physical situation and as it relates to the world around you and to this universe. And this practice is used in what is called a tugti or Dharma mantric practice. This is the actual practice text. But that's how it was introduced. That's how the transmission starts. Now for us, since we are using what is called the 5 elements healing practice, which was extended in our tradition by my Root Lama Kala Rinpoche to our Dharma centers here in Hawaii and also used in the 40-month retreat extensively. Tonight we're going to start with the 3 lights meditation practice. The 3 lights are actually a breathing technique, as I said before, to connect to the breath in a more powerful way for absorption of these elements into the cell structures of our body for good health. But they're also for increasing your mental aptitude, your mental well-being. So both of those together are working, then the result of less emotional conflict and more wisdom development. To start the practice, understand that when you use these 3 lights, the inhale as the white light is the aspect of the light energy or the whole energy of the universe coming into your lungs. That is when we color the inhale white. When we do the red light absorption breath, the middle breath, that is the energy actually performing what it's intended to do, support our good health and life force to every cell in our body. Then a combination of those 2, and that's called the sustaining. Then the exhale, which is a combination of those 2, the white and the red out as blue light, is this healing breath fulfilling the infinite potential that each of us has to benefit limitless sentient beings in this and future lives. So that's the healing breath, they call it blue. And that blue light goes everywhere in space. You think that. So now we're going to start with these 3 lights breathing, and this will become the basis of the 5 elements healing practice. This is the transmission from what exists around and in you to benefit you in the 5 healing practice and whatever practice you do from this point on. Sit with the back straight, hands on the knees or in the lap, head slightly tilted forward, eyes slightly open, mouth closed, tongue resting against the palate. Start by inhaling with the visualization of the air entering your lungs, filling your lungs as white light. The middle breath, the absorption breath of that energy, is visualized as red light flashing through every cell in your body. Then a combination of these 2 is exhaled out the nose as the healing breath of blue light to space, available to the sentient beings that fill space. Again, inhale white light, fill your lungs. The absorption breath, red light flashing through your body. Bringing these 2 energies and color codes together, you visualize blue light out your nose to space. Now we're going to do a little different breathing technique of these three lights. This I learned from Namkai Norbu, and this is to change the code so that you do 9 healing breaths. The first one is you start with blue light. Inhale blue light, fill your lungs. The absorption is red light, filling your body. And you exhale white light out your nose. Do this one 3 times. The next one is to start with the red light. Inhale, fill your lungs. The blue light absorbed through your body. And the white light exhaled out your nose. Three times. And then we go back to the original color code that we started with, the white, red, and blue. Inhale white light, visualize it filling your lungs. The absorption light, red light through your body. Exhale blue light to space. 3 times. Then collect the 3 lights and take your focus off your breathing and create a tigli, a tiny reference point in the center of your chest. This is creating what they call a bindu or chakra energy center. And this application, this directly connects you to the basic space or life force of the fabric of boundless space. And for a few moments, you just rest at this singular position. Allow the tigli, that point, reference point, to disappear. Simply remaining present, you're connecting to the infinite potential of your own mind. It is called voidness. But voidness is not empty. It is a state of infinite potential because it is the nature of your form and everything that you think or imagine. Then again, assume the tigli, invent that tiny point of pure, clear light in the form of a small sphere, as small as you can imagine, smaller than your thumbnail. Expand this with your imaginary mind, you're visualizing, to grow into a blue sphere about the size of your thumbnail. Label this water. This symbol labeled water is all 5 elements, but the predominant nature is for healing, in this case, is water. Bring this blue sphere, imagine it to move out in front of your body and up before your eyes, 2 feet in front. This position is where you started your practice of meditation. Then imagine it to grow in size so you see your body sitting inside this blue sphere labeled water, like a large room. Then imagine it to grow in size to completely enclose the town or city or island where you live. Keep your imagination and focus together in this practice. Imagine it to grow in size to completely enclose Mother Earth, including her atmosphere. The next step is to imagine it to grow in size to completely enclose our solar system, billions of miles in diameter. Expand it in size with your imagination to completely enclose our spiral dish-shaped galaxy. Then go beyond the intellectual confines of your own mental state and merge it with the infinite light of boundless space. Relax in the present moment. Simply contemplate space. Then move from this position of focus and again use your imagination to enclose our galaxy with this blue sphere labeled water. Imagine it to reduce in size to completely enclose our solar system. Smaller and smaller to just enclose Mother Earth. Our water planet. smaller and smaller just to enclose a large area of where you live. Here we visualize the island of Kauai and surrounding ocean inside. We call this our neighborhood. Then very small to just enclosing your physical form. Bringing the totality of the life force of the energy of space and light using this symbol into your form, into your body. Powerful psychic energy healing. Finish the practice by imagining it to again return to its small size in front of your eyes, no larger than your thumbnail. 2 feet in front, arm's length in front. Drop it to chest level, bring it into your heart-mind chakra. Reduce it in size to a tiny clear light sphere. It's smaller and smaller to it again assumes the state of the tigli or particle similar to an atom. In full union with the light energy of boundless space, be present and relax. No meditation. In Sanskrit, this is called sunyata. Bring your awareness to in front of your eyes to end the practice and spread it into your area of meditation. I received one question, how many times a day is this recommended? Well, we have a lot of practices, sutra and tantric practice. This falls into the Hina Yoga level of sutra practice, Hinayana. Hinayana means application for worldly. And in the worldly context, it's all about sensual perception. How the body's dictating through sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch. So it has its own communication, its own voice. And so we're responding to that with this 3 lights meditation and healing, 5 elements healing together. The next level tonight will be the use of what's called the state of maturity or higher intelligence. In the human condition, it's called Buddha or Buddhahood. Buddha is 2 words. Bu means vibration or sound. Da means energy. light. And the resonating factor of the energy is the light. But these two working together create everything that we sense or think about. And so then all of that produces what we call an emotional conflicting energy program. And this emotional conflicting energy program that we have evolved with in the human condition on this planet has 84,000 applications. Therefore, we have 84,000 different ways of distorting what we are sensing and thinking about. This number isn't something picked out of the air. This mind has been mapped for the last 2,600 years through Shakamuni Buddha giving all of the instruction to many men and women in India. Then that grew, developed, and evolved into the transmission of what we call Sutra and Tantric applications for the people of Tibet, Mongolia, all the Himalayan countries, Bhutan to Afghanistan, Kashmir, Nepal, all of those. And now to the Western world and to the whole planet. In this process of dissemination of these healing practices, it is culturally applied. And through the transmission, the main method of communication has been the Sanskrit or Pali language of India. A little bit distorted in the Tibetan tradition because they have so many dialects and so many vocal ways of communicating. But simply put, they only left out the V and the F. So the Sanskrit language that's presented to us is 32 syllables. And when we use those, they become what is called the vocal transmission. And as it is transmitted, it's transmitted through the Lama, who is the guru, of these methods. And they're called the path of skillful meaning. To integrate, we started tonight with the altruistic prayer, which is why we're doing all this. It's for everybody else and our environment. But the 3 jewels is the 3 aspects of your body, speech, and mind in a mature state: Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. That's the key of Buddhism. But to elevate or evolve, you need the 3 jewels with the 3 roots of higher states of awareness. And that combination together moves you very fast in this tradition towards realizing your true nature. The true nature of what? The true nature of the world around you. The true nature of your consciousness. And with that realization, those two come together, and there's nothing else to realize. Because then you're in total harmony, not only with the world around you, but your internal world of mental applications, which causes you to become more and more intelligent. That's what awareness is all about. And there's no ceiling to that. Why? Because the mind doesn't have limitations. It's all pervasive. The thoughts come out of nowhere. That's voidness. They appear as light. They disappear back into voidness. there's no beginning, middle, or end to that. There's no beginning, middle, or end to the universe. So understanding this, you know or have some idea that how you are perceiving things is delusionary. And of course, the Guru will point that out with the antidote that since you have this state of ignorance, there is an antidote. And the antidote is knowing your true nature and how to apply that. That's called knowledge. And that information comes through from the transmission of the Lama to you, and you develop it. Without this development, then the realization and higher states of intelligence don't become a reality. Don't enter into this reality, your physical world. So when we use these three practices tonight, it's to connect you to with your body, speech, and mind through the visualization for the mind, the application of the mantra for the speech, and the symbol of the deity for your physical body to be transformed into its true state, which is a lump of atoms. That's what we're made of, atoms. So that's called the Dharmakaya, the all-pervasive nature of your mind, its ultimate nature. The Sambhogakaya, the use of the bliss energy of your mental continuum, which is already in place. You just need to amp it up. And those two together in a human teacher, human form, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually together. And that word together is most important because without that togetherness, which is the state of this Buddha over my right shoulder, Aksobhaya, or any Buddha symbol, realization doesn't occur. The results don't happen. So tonight we're going to use the three. First of all, the Nirmanakaya of the Buddha Shakamuni. This is the loving kindness, compassion, and power and insight of the Guru in the physical form, with the mantra and seed symbol of that Diva meditation. Then we're going to use the symbol of the healing energy of that as we present all forms of Tibetan Buddhism practice as the medicine Buddha. Why the medicine Buddha? Because he's dealing with the eight defects that cause pain and suffering. Your 5 states of emotional conflicting energy, which is all those 84,000 harmful thoughts, negative thoughts, and physical activity caused by that through your speech and body. So those 5 come under the medicine Buddhas as giving the antidotes. Those are the 5 dhyana Buddhas. Then you have the problem with sorcery and hexes by powerful people that cause pain and suffering. You have all of the worldly religions which cause pain and suffering, including some forms of Buddhism. And then you have the spirit world and some animals and humans that cause you harm or pain and suffering. So the medicine Buddha is to cover all those 8 results of the conflicting, distorting consciousness that we all have. Then the last practice we'll do tonight will be Prajna Paramita, which is the mother of perfect wisdom. And this is all the five elements and five dhyana Buddhas and Shakamuni Buddha and the Medicine Buddha and all the Tantric and Sutras wrapped into 400,000 ways to interpret perfect wisdom. That's a text like this. And we bring that all down to form is emptiness and emptiness in form. That takes the distortion out of all thinking and worldly concepts. And so we're going to use the seed syllable, the visualization of the deity, and the mantra applications to start this immediate transformation of our physical, mental, emotional situation into higher and higher states of consciousness or awareness we call spiritual accomplishment. To start, sit with the back straight. Head slightly tilted. Hands on the knees or in the lap, comfortable. Mouth closed, tongue resting against the palate. Eyes slightly open to the space and light 2 feet in front. Not too close and not to an object. With these 5 positions, we start the 3 lights meditation with the 3 vibratory sounds of the 3 natures. The physical nature, the mental nature, and the spiritual nature, which is the antidote to the emotional, conflicting energy. Inhale white light into your lungs, hear the sound Om. The absorption breath of red light, the energy itself through every cell in your body, hear the sound A or Ah. It's the same sound with 2 applications. A is for everybody else. Ah is for you. Then bring these 2 lights, the white and red together, the Om and the Ah, and produce the blue light of Hum as energy out your nose to all beings throughout boundless space. The infinite number of spirits, animals, and humans that exist in our world, our universe. Inhale white light, Om. Absorption breath of red light, Ah. Exhale these 2 together as blue light out the nose to space, Hum. In Sanskrit, the Om looks like this white Om. Looks like a 31 with a V and a dot over it. The Ah looks like a funny 31 with just by itself. And the Hum is the same as the Medicine Buddha Hum with the 5-colored light symbolizing its application universally. Has the 5 elements and 5 states of awareness called the 5 dhyana Buddhas, is this 5-colored light. And that's this Hum, and it's blue. And this will become the seed syllable for the medicine Buddha. And we'll start with that mantra and visualization. I'm going to set these here in front of Prajna and Paramita. And this is the mantra with the hum. The mantra is Tadyata Om Bhikanzi Bhikanzi Maha Bhikanzi Rajda Samagati Soha. It's also pronounced Tadyata Om Bekanzi Bekanzi Maha Bekanzi Rajda Samagati Soha. To start the practice, you visualize the Lama in front, life size. The transmission of the body, speech, and mind of the Lama is 4 parts. The first part is you visualize white light from the Lama's forehead into your head with the sound Om. This is the transmission or permission to visualize the Deva or deity, in this case, Medicine Buddha, which is directly over my head on the wall with that Tonka. And also this picture, so it's blue. Blue is the same wisdom energy blue of the exhale of the Om. Visualizing the white light transmission into your head is permission to use this symbol in meditation practice in place of your physical form, your body. It's called the illusory body or Deva body. Then you see red light from the Lama's throat into your throat. This is the vibration of the power of the speech as mantra for healing. Also for pacifying, enriching, attracting, destroying, beseeching, and liberating. The third transmission is blue light from the Lama's heart center is the wisdom transmission. It enters from the Lama's heart into your heart with the sound Om. When you can see these 3 lights shining simultaneously from the Lama's 3 places into your 3 places, then the Lama in front merges into you like water into water. This is called the empowerment of union. You now appear as the medicine Buddha, blue in color, wearing the robes of a monk, sitting in full lotus on a lotus of 8 petals with the sun and moon disk as your seat. The symbol of the lotus, sun, and moon disk is the symbol of taking birth in the human condition. Using these symbols to gain ultimate good health and realization. When visualizing yourself as the blue medicine Buddha, you're holding the myrobalan fruit in your right hand between the thumb and index finger. It's resting on your right knee, palm outward, in the symbol of generosity. This is for applications, symptomatic and causal for the body, healing. Then the other hand is in the medicine posture in the lap, holding a blue bowl of wisdom nectar. This is the healing energy for all of your emotional, conflicting, and judgmental mentality, transformed into in higher states of intelligence or awareness. Your medicine Buddha form is illusory, like a hologram. It is the Dharmakaya nature, which means it pervades, all pervasive, all the realms, all states of existence. And all of the karmic, we call transitory states of the four spirit worlds and wherever animals and humans take birth. To bring good health and realization to those limitless sentient beings, our mothers. When you can see yourself three-dimensional with the hum in your heart center, blue in color, with the healing herb and the medicine ball on a lotus sun and moon sit, in the sky of your mind, the mantra appears in your heart center, inside a five-colored sphere around the seed-soluble hum. And it shows the mantra around, and it is Tadyatha. Tadyatha, Om, Bikanzi, Bikanzi, Maha, Bikanzi, Prajna, Samagate, Soha. And it's this way around the home. In your heart center, you visualize that. If you have a mala, then you use the mala for counting one round of this mantra with you as a medicine Buddha and the blue hum in your heart center. Tadyata Om Biganzi Biganzi Maha Biganzi Raja Samagati Soha. Tadyata Om Biganzi Biganzi Maha Biganzi Raja Samagati Soha. Tadyata Om Biganzi Biganzi Maha Biganzi Raja Samagati Soha. Tadyata Om Biganzi Biganzi Maha Biganzi Raja Samagati Soha. Tadyata Om Biganzi Biganzi Maha Biganzi Raja Samagati Soha. Tadyata Om Biganzi Biganzi Maha Biganzi Raja Samagati Soha. Tadyata Om Biganzi Biganzi Maha Biganzi Raja Samagati Soha. Tadyata Om Biganzi Biganzi Maha Biganzi Raja Samagati Soha. This mantra is visualized stationary around the home. The letters face outward. The five-colored sphere right encloses it. And the energy from the home and the mantra open up thousands of nadis throughout your physical body as the medicine Buddha. So it all works together to increase your light energy program, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Tadyata Om Biganzi Biganzi Maha Biganzi Raja Samagati Soha. Tadyata Om Biganzi Biganzi Maha Biganzi Raja Samagati Soha. Tadyata Om Biganzi Biganzi Maha Biganzi Raja Samagati Soha. Tadyata Om Biganzi Biganzi Maha Biganzi Raja Samagati Soha. Tadyata Om Biganzi Biganzi Maha Biganzi Raja Samagati Soha. Tadyata Om Biganzi Biganzi Maha Biganzi Rajasamagati Soha Tajatam Vikanji Vikanji Maha Vikanji 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 Rajasamagati Soha Om Vikanji Vikanji Maha Vikanji Rajasamagati Soha Tajatam 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 Vikanji Maha Vikanji Rajasamagati Soha Tajatam Vikanji 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 Vikanji Maha These three working together, the seed syllable, you as the deity, and the mantra circling and sounding in your speech, bring the three kayas. The Dharmakaya is the nature of this Buddha symbol, means the all-pervasive nature of your mind, everywhere injected, everywhere influencing. And the mantra is the mantra of the speech that activates that in your mental and physical continuum and expresses it to the world beings around you, the spirits, animals, and humans. and also to the environment. Then these two together, the speech and the all-pervasive nature, produce what is called the Nirmanakaya, the actual appearance and effect of this practice accomplishing healing in the human condition, and also for the animal and spirit world. So the Nirmanakaya is the loving kindness, compassion, power, and insight of the practice. The image of the medicine Buddha is called the Sambhogakaya of the bliss energy program in your mental continuum, affecting your body and your speech. And then those two together, the result is the Dharmakaya, the appearance of you in human form as a mature human being, alleviating the pain and suffering of others, and acquiring ultimate realization of your natural mind. Now you dissolve the medicine Buddha by thinking all sentient beings in the universe are this symbol. And all together we dissolve into the mantra, Tadyatha, Om, Bikanzi, Bikanzi, Maha, Bikanzi, Rajda, Sa, Mu, Ga, Te, Soha. Then all of those mantric sounds, starting with the Om, one by one, disappear into the creation sound of the resonance of maturity of the highest states of consciousness, Buddhahood. Om. This all-pervasive sound for everyone, none left out. All the animals, all the humans, and all the spirits, wherever they take birth in the entire universe. All of that disappears with 5 colors of light into space in your heart center. And you relax in the union of the infinite energy of healing energy of light throughout the boundless fabric of space. Simply stay present and aware. At the end of this state of accomplishment practice, which is the second state of tantric practice, the deity is called the creation stage, and this sitting in spatial awareness is the accomplishment stage. These two together produce the effect of the transition from worldly associations into higher and higher states of realization or intelligence. It's the best term. And the Buddha is the symbol of complete maturity in the human condition, which simply means you're in total harmony with the universe and the beings around you. The natural world and your natural mind equal in union. Then you use whatever peaceful or protector or Dakini symbol or Buddha symbol you have for training the mind. Deity Yoga is called the Path of Skillful Means. The next one we're going to use is the Buddha symbol of the Dharmakaya of Shakamuni Buddha, who 2,600 years ago gave all of these teachings of the Sutra and Tantra tradition in India. And when he gave these teachings over a 40, 50-year period, they were memorized by his attendant and other students, and then practiced until the about 8th century, when they were put into Tibet, given to Tibet by Padmasambhava and Yeshe Sogyal. Then later, over time, many teachers, lamas came from Tibet, met with the Mahasiddhis of India, and took the transmission in Tibet and to Mongolia and all the Himalayan countries. A little bit of Eastern China and a little bit of what is now called Siberia. In any case, Shakyamuni Buddha is all three kayas in one. But we stress the Nirmanakaya, the earth teacher who gives the transmission of loving kindness and compassion suitable for all beings, the development of wisdom or insight and emotional stability, which is the ultimate realization of your natural mind, which is innate in all human beings. It cannot be found outside. Okay? Outside is all symptomatic. The causal healing of your Buddha nature, to realize your Buddha nature, only develops inside. And we start with the heart energy program of loving kindness and compassion. And we understand that like a mother's relationship to her only child. Then we think all mother sentient beings are the object of our practice, the purpose for our practice, the motivation. When you do Shakyamuni Buddha, it's the medicine Buddha in Nirmanakaya form, which is the statue I'm pointing to over my right shoulder. And it's in the earth-touching gesture. So the right hand is resting on the left knee, which indicates in harmony with the world and all the beings with it. And then the left hand is resting in the lap in meditation posture, which is the key to all states of higher awareness, higher intelligence. And the Buddha is the ultimate symbol, same as the medicine Buddha, pervades all 6 realms of transitory migration of worldly sentient beings. the four realms of the spirit world, and any planet where animals and humans take birth throughout the universe. When you visualize the medicine Buddha, again the Lama appears in front. The three lights of the Lama's body, speech, and mind come into your three places. The Om Ahung is established in your head, throat, and heart chakra. They all come together, and the seed cell Bahum is the union symbol of the Lama merging into you, and you become Shakamuni Buddha. Light goes out to all the wisdom gurus of all the lineages of Tibetan Buddhism, and your root Lama, then back into you, and the mantra appears. The mantra is the sound of this healing energy to heavens, all the heavenly realms of the religions, all of the war gods, or we call the ones that like fighting and quarreling and are jealous, we call demigods and demigoddesses. Then to the deprived spirit world, lower realms, and then to the demonic spirit world, they call hell, and then to all humans and animals everywhere, especially the ones you have karma with this life. When you think like that, you as Shakamuni Buddha, sound the mantra, Tadyatha Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Shakamunaye Soha. 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 Tajata Om Muni Muni Mahamuni Shakamunaye Soha Tajata Om Muni Muni Mahamuni Shakamunaye Soha Om Muni Muni Mahamuni Shakamunaye Soha Tajata 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 Om Muni Muni Mahamuni Shakamunaye Soha. Now, Mahamunaye means to you. If you say Mahamuni Ya, that's all sentient being. Tajata Om Muni Muni Mahamuni Shakamunaya Soha. 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 Tajata Om Muni Muni Mahamuni Shakamunaye 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 Soha. Tajata Om Muni Muni Mahamuni Before we move into the accomplishment stage of this tantric practice of Shakamuni, the Vajra indicates the fives. It's got 5 prongs at either end. These 5 are the 5 of the 5 elements, that circle of 5-colored sphere around the womb. These 5 are the 5 Dhyana Buddhas, which is the symbol of the 5 applications of the 5 Dhyana Buddhas. Also, the 5-colored light rays. When you dissolve this visualization, this is your heart center. These 5 elements, these 5 types of Buddha energy, antidotes to all your conflicting emotions. This tigli is the connecting point in your heart center. It is also the vibration of these both together, and here's the tigli entering into the vibration of the dakini, which is the bell. So the dakini is the vibration of the sound, and the 5 lights, colored lights, are the vibration of the healing energy of the sound. Understanding that, dissolve all sentient beings into the image of the Shakamuni, into the Shakamuni's heart center, into the home. And the home is pictured in the center of of a golden vajra. And the Tigli point is in connecting the 5 Dhyana Buddhas and the 5 elements, Dakini, into your heart center. And all the mantric sounds dissolve into that Tigli marked with a hum, which is very small, maybe the size of a small pea or seed. That's why it's called the seed zol. Then the 5-colored light, all the healing energy dissolves into, with the Vajra, into space. Space is the ultimate reference of the Dharmakaya nature of your natural mind. In it, the other 4 elements exist simultaneously with space. Space is the mother element, and the other 4 are the activity of that mother element. Then you simply rest in the instant presence, without time, no past, no future. In space, contemplate boundless, light-filled space. When you come out of the accumulated state of bliss of this stage of tantric meditation, if you're going to use the Buddha symbol of the Dharmakaya, your wisdom vehicle, it's important to use it for every sentient being you see or think about, regardless of how they act or speak or present themselves. It's the same with the Sambhogakaya, peaceful and protector deities and dakinis. They are being applied equally to every living being, especially the ones that you see or think about. The peaceful deities of Chenrezig and Tara or Manjushri, or any of those, of which there are 1,000, are applied with their mantra and seed level post-meditationally. The Buddha symbols, you only need to use the symbol of that Buddha. So if it's Amitabha, then the symbols, he's red in color with hands in the meditation posture. Medicine Buddha, then seed with the Myra balm and medicine bowl. This one we did, Shakamuni, also Vairocana, hands in the earth touching gesture on the right knee, left hand in meditation posture in the left. And healthy complexion, robes of a lama, usually gold or maroon. Sitting on lotus, sun, and moon disc. This represents a state of total maturity in the human condition. Tonight we're going to finish with the Prajna Paramita Buddha. Prajna Paramita represents all the Dakini energy of worldly existence together with all the wisdom of the 5 Dhyana Buddhas, which is indicated with the crown with 3 levels of jewelry in her hair. 6 kinds of jewelry she's wearing. That's the 6 Bodhisattva discipline. Hands in meditation posture. So she's accomplishing both Sutra and Tantra creation and wisdom. The Heart Sutra in her heart is form is emptiness, emptiness is form. It was taught by Shakamuni Buddha to connect everything to everything else in a way that is the application of loving kindness and compassion, power, insight, and higher states of awareness or intelligence without a goal, without a ceiling, always evolving, timeless, always increasing.
What's in her right hand?
Huh? The right hand is the Vajra of the 5 elements and 5 wisdoms. Sometimes she's shown with the mantra in the right hand. And this text, Prajna Paramita, the Heart Sutra, shows that the Sutra and Tantra are combined with the state of Mahamudra, or Dzogchen, the infinite bliss nature of our natural mind, in union with the bliss nature of the entire universe and all the beings in it. She wears 5 colors of stockings for the 5 elements, dressed in silks, on a lotus, sun, and moon sit. The lotus is 32 petals, indicating the heart energy. A white kata is draped around her, and the blue sphere encircling her head is the energy of healing of the medicine Buddha. Her seed oval is a reddish, bluish colored, they call it kind of tinge bomb or bomb, B-A-M. And this is the symbol of space. Her mantra, Gate, Gate, Para, Gate, Para Samgate, Bodhi Soha, Tadyata, Om, Gate, Gate, Para, Gate, Para Samgate, Bodhi Soha, Tadyata, Om, Gate, Gate, Para, Gate, Para Samgate, Bodhi Soha, Tadyata, Om, Gate, Gate, Para, Gate, Para Samgate, Bodhi Soha, Tadyata, Om, Gate, Gate, Para, Gate, Para Samgate, Bodhi Soha, Tadyata, Om, Gate, Gate, Para, Gate, Para Samgate, Bodhi Soha, Tadyata, Om, Gate, Gate, Para, Gate, Para Samgate, Bodhi Soha, Tadyata, Om, Gate, Gate, Para, Gate, Para Samgate, Bodhi Soha, Tadyata, Om, Gate, Gate, Para, Gate, Para Samgate, Bodhi Soha, Tadyata, Om, Gate, Gate, Para, Gate, Para Samgate, Bodhi Soha, Tadyata, Om, Gate, Gate, Para, Gate, Para Samgate, Bodhi Soha, Tadyata, Om, Gate, Gate, Para, Gate, Para Samgate, Bodhi Soha, Tadyata, Om, Gate, Gate, Para, Gate, Para Samgate, Bodhi Soha, Tadyata, Om, Gate, Gate, Para, Gate, Para Samgate, Bodhi Soha, Tadyata, Om, Gate, Gate, Para, Gate, Para Samgate, Bodhi Soha, Tadyata, Om, Gate, Gate, Para, Gate, Para Samgate, Bodhi Soha, Tadyata, Om, Gate, Gate, Para, Gate, Para Samgate, Bodhi Soha, Tadyata, Om, Gate, Gate, Para, Gate, Para Samgate, Bodhi Soha, Tadyata, Om, Gate, Gate, Para, Gate, Para Samgate, Bodhi Soha, Tadyata, Om, Gate, Gate, Para, Gate, Para Samgate, Bodhi Soha, Tadyata, Om, Gate, Gate, Para, Gate, Para Samgate, Bodhi Soha, Om, Gate, Gate, Para, Gate, Para Samgate, Bodhi Soha, Tadyata, Om, Gate, Gate, Para, Gate, Para Samgate, Bodhi Soha, Tadyata, Om, Gate, Gate, Para, Gate, Para Samgate, Bodhi Soha, Tadyata, Om, Gate, Gate, Para, Gate, Para Samgate, Bodhi Soha, Tadyata, Om, Gate, Gate, Para, Gate, Para Samgate, Bodhi Tadyata, Om, Gate, Gate, Para, Gate, Para Samgate, Bodhi Soha, Tadyata, Om, Gate, Gate, Para, Gate, Para Samgate, Bodhi Soha, Tadyata, Om, Gate, Gate, Para, Gate, Para Samgate, Bodhi Soha, Tadyata, Om, Gate, Gate, Para, Gate, Para Samgate, Bodhi Soha, Tadyata, Om, Gate, Gate, Para, Gate, Para Samgate, Bodhi Soha, Gate, Gate, Para, Sangate Bodhi Soha Tajata Gate Gate Parakate Parasangate Bodhi Soha Gate Gate Paragate 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 Parasangate Bodhi Soha All sentient beings represent Parasamgati, the wisdom mind of perfect awareness, perfect intelligence, no conflicting judgment or emotional program, loving kindness, compassion, power, and insight, the bliss nature of the universe and the bliss nature of your natural mind as a state of ultimate truth. Form is emptiness, emptiness is form. Dissolve all sentient beings as your yidam, whatever yidam practice you're doing, whether it be the Sambhogakaya, Dakini, protector, or Buddha symbol. All of these dissolve into Prajna Paramita, your wisdom symbol. And you as Prajna Paramita dissolve into the heart mantra, starting with Tadyatha, Om, and so forth. All of that into the C-syllable Vam. Reddish color on a blue background, surrounded by a 5-color sphere of light, indicating the natural state of the entire universe and your natural mind in harmony with it as space. Stay present and alert. From this accomplishment state of tantric wisdom, you arise as the seed soluble, with the seed soluble and visualization of whatever your main yidam practice is, and post-meditationally or in dreams, that's your practice with the mantra as all sound. I'm going to read to you from Namkai Norbu's text that we use tonight. This is called the Song of the Vajra. And he teaches this like we'd use the Vajra Sattva mantra. This is how it goes. This is called the Song of the Vajra by Namkai Norbu. Ema kiri kiri matsa vali vali samatari suru suru kata lima asu mamu era rasu libaya teka chikira avalu libataya samanta kari asagaya pesatani akulaye Sara Dukana Matare Vaitana Parali Zizana Mara Karta Kelanam Samabari Tameka Kanta Tapa Surya Bhatta Aripasi Shanapa Rana Bisi Arakari Rali Lapa Mahasinghi Guri Lita Yapa Guru Aga Guru Sakaya Karanayana Naraka Nara Itara Napadahilam Sirana Sirna Bisara Asapalam Bunda Daba Bunda Daka Kisha Saki Alam Sasa Riri Lili Limi Nini Ra 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 Om Ahom, Om Ahom, Om Ahom, Om Ahom, Om Ahom. Gerwa Di Nurdu Da, Chagya Champo Drugurne, Trowa Chinking Malu Pa, Deyi Sala Gopar Show. Sanjay Kusum Nimpai Jimla Dan, Shoni Maker Dimpai Jimla Dan, Hindu Miche Dumpai Jimla Ki, Shitar Goma Moma Drupar Show. By this virtue of having realized Mahamudra, may I quickly establish all beings without a single exception in this state of wisdom. By the blessing of the three bodies of the Buddha being accomplished, by the blessing of the truth of this Dharma being unchanging, and by the blessing of the wishes of us, the Sangha, being unwavering, may this and all dedication prayers be fulfilled. May all the lamas have good health, happiness, and prosperity. May all their wishes be fulfilled. May all beings be happy, free of suffering, established in bliss and equanimity. Duchiche, aloha, and tashi delay.
Have a sweet